Do not move to Las Vegas if you can't handle it. And also, if you're already living in Las Vegas and you've already figured this out, well, the information I have for you as a seller in this market is extremely important for any seller, but especially those who really are trying to get out of Las Vegas ASAP. Look, there are some of those people, right? You might be one of them. And again, you need to know this information. This is one of the most important things you need to understand before you move to Las Vegas. And if you've already figured that out, like I said, this video is for you. Check it out. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am Rob Hau with Elite Realty. I'm all about houses and you. I've been a realtor since 2009, so I have seen a lot, folks. There isn't a lot that I haven't seen. And so if you're looking for somebody that is going to stay calm and have a plan and get you to the other side with relative ease of whatever it is you're trying to do, well, I hope you subscribe to this channel. And I hope you stay connected with me that way, or you can certainly contact me via my email, or you can call me. My number's in the description as well. You can find me everywhere. Rob Hau, H-A-U. Now you know how. Folks, thanks for listening to that pitch, but I'm not here to just pitch you. I want to give you the information. I feel like what I'm offering people is the most important information out there. It's like an early warning system to what exactly is happening in real estate, especially in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'm going to start today with one of the biggest things that you need to know if you live in Las Vegas, Nevada. One of the really, really big reasons that people end up leaving when they come here. So you need to understand this before you come here. And also for you sellers that are considering, I know there are not a lot of you right now, but there are going to be. And this is what I need to talk to you about. So I have some information as this video goes along that you need to check out. First, we will start with the big reason why you should not move here if you can't handle this. There are many considerations, of course, when you move to a new city. The cost of living, right? A lot of people are actually leaving more expensive markets to come to Las Vegas because for what we have, the cost of living is pretty good. And, jobs, employment, these are all things that are going to be fairly obvious. The entertainment we have now, sports, music, dining, nightlife, that's all going to be pretty gosh darn good in Las Vegas for you. If you have a family, you're going to want to know what schools there are, if you like going to church and those types of things. And whether you do your own activities. For myself, I do tennis. If you want to know about the tennis community, I would definitely be able to help you with that. But listen, these are all considerations you're going to make. And the one thing that I think especially people from California miss sometimes, or at least underestimate, is our heat. So if you can't handle the heat, you're going to not want to get in this kitchen, okay? Because let me show you, folks. Las Vegas, right now, as I'm doing this is July 2023, and as I'm making this video, we are into a major heat wave. It's been a wonderful year, wonderful spring and start to our summer, but here's how it works in Las Vegas. When you have that, you better enjoy it because it's going to make up for itself in the summer when the summer really gets hot. And that's what we're seeing. I could have told you this was going to happen. Again, I've been here all my life, so I've seen a lot of summers. I've been in them all my life. And so some people make a big deal of it, like as if this is something new. I even see the news acting as if it's something new to have the level of temperature that we're getting to. They make a big deal out of it. I think that's what news likes to do these days, is sort of fluff it up like as if we've got something new happening. It's not new, folks. It's going to happen every year. Now, if you haven't been here a number of years, this may be new, the level in which it's at. So I'm going to show you here. I just go to the 10-day weather, and this is obviously anybody can do this, but I just wanted to make some observations. Today, I'm recording this on Saturday. You're going to probably see this on Monday. I do my weekly videos. They drop on Monday. Today is 113 degrees. All right. Tonight at night will be 82 degrees at night. So, listen, it gets a little rough out there. 113 is no fun to be in, especially any period of time. But here's the good news, folks. Being here all my life, this is what I've picked up. First of all, I think people that work outside, especially the people that work in the streets, construction workers and all that, they should get medals of honor for their work because they are out there, slaving basically. Now they have ways to stay cool and to do this. Otherwise, you would not be able to do it, right? But those people should be awarded medals of honor for being out in the heat. But here's the good news: we have modern ACs these days. The air conditioners that we use are definitely better than they were when I was young on our houses, and in particular on our cars. I mean, I know for sure there were a lot of cars that didn't even have air conditioning when I was a kid in the 80s, and it was awful. I mean, I remember I had a babysitter that would smoke in the front seat. I'd be in the back seat. It's 100 and whatever out, and I'm just dying, But that's what we did. That's what we got used to. It was really nice as time went on to get cars that would actually have really good ACs. Oh, and by the way, not have people smoke in the cars with kids in them. That's probably a good idea too. But as we go along the next 10 days here, today's July 15th, Saturday, July 15th, as we go along, we're going to be in 100-degree weather for the rest of the month, at least. So August will probably not let up much, and we'll have 100 degrees weather. This is something that if you're not able to handle, just don't come to Las Vegas. Here's the other side of the good news. It doesn't last forever. Basically, you can get out of it as long as you don't have to work in it all day long. The mornings are not bad, and the evenings are great. I still play tennis in the morning, and I play tennis at night. You got to make sure and stay hydrated, especially if you're older here. Make sure to stay hydrated. I have to help my mother all the time. Reminder, hey, get hydrated, Mom. There's all kinds of great hydration stuff out there these days. So if you're not going to get with that, I would not get with Las Vegas. If you've already figured out that you don't like this, because I talk to people all the time that are like,
you know what, screw this. I can't handle this heat. I want out.
Okay, time to sell. Maybe now you better get on the move, because the information I'm going to tell you is not exciting in my mind if I was a seller going ahead. Right now, we're seeing low inventory. That's when I want to sell if I'm a seller. I think that's going to change as time goes, because right now we're seeing that the interest rate is continuing to stay high. There aren't as many buyers available. It's still a good market, but it may change, and that's where my concern is for sellers. Actually, not for buyers. Buyers, your situation really looks like it only could get a little bit better as time goes on here. Sellers, I worry about, because you're going to have to pay more costs involved. You're going to have to offer more to buyers if the competition gets more stiff, if we fill back up with inventory. Now, right now, I'm going to pull up my 7-day market watch here. This tells me, this is my early warning system to you as far as what's happening with inventory. And right now, what we have a total of 5,208 properties on the market. Last week, it was 5,185. So it's staying very, very stable as far as that's concerned at the moment. But here's the news, folks. This is what we always want to track. And the early warning system for me, we have new listings coming soon back on market at 1,002. So it's gone up just a hair, 895 from last week. So it's just gone up a little bit from last week. Where I'm starting to see a little concern is right here. If you're a seller, this is maybe concerning. If you're a buyer, this is starting to shine a little nice light for you. We'll see if this trend continues week over week, but I think it will. And that's what I'm talking about right here for those sellers that want to get in and take advantage before they have to start offering more and maybe reducing price just a touch. Okay. Under contract show, under contract no show, temporarily off the market, withdrawn, conditional, and contingent upon sale. These are all designations that take inventory away from you if you're the buyer. And this is important to you as a seller, because if you see that there's quite a bit there, that means that there's demand. That means that people are taking properties off the market. This week we have 1,100 on the dot. 1,100. Last week we had 1,212. Okay, and I'm just going to go back to the week prior to that, because that week we had 1,396. Okay, so I'm seeing that those properties that are going away from buyers, that is getting to be a smaller number week over week. The other number that's staying a little bit low right now would be the solds. At 661, it's staying relatively stable. Last week, we're in the 600s as well, but the week prior was in the 800s, 827. So we are seeing a downtrend week over week of closings. This is starting to indicate to me that we are seeing a slowing in the market, especially when you consider that the interest rate has been up over 7 for a lot of people. And without the ability for buyers to negotiate that and help get sellers to help them pay that down as much, these buyers aren't going to be as active to get on the stick. This has actually moved some of the activity to the new home builders. The new home builders are working with buyers when it comes to interest rates. They've done away with a lot of the other incentives that they had, other than maybe offering to pay some closing costs. They are not doing as much. This may change if they see the inventory starts going up in the resale market. The builders will be the ones to be able to adjust more quickly. They've been ahead of the game every time in the last year. And originally they started doing a lot of incentives to keep buyers still buying new property. And then they've now backed off some of that because they haven't had to. They've seen that the inventory in the resale market is allowing more buyers to come to them. And now, if that changes up again, they'll see that and start offering some incentives. So keep in mind, for buyers, this year might get better for you. For sellers, I don't think by any stretch it's going to get better for you. So I would want to get my home on the market this summer before that changes. Folks, that's very important information. And I'm not sure when we go into next year if it gets much better. Now, there's been hope that, hey, they'll lower interest rate. A lot of the signals are saying the interest rate is going to stay up. It's going to stay elevated. May even kick it up this month. Probably by the next time I have a video out, we may see in my next 2 videos, I'm going to know whether or not the interest rate has changed. And that is going to affect things. This is why I have an urgent message to sellers, and especially those sellers that want to get out of Vegas heat and have had enough of it. If you're somebody who doesn't mind the heat, Vegas is a wonderful place. You have great bookends. I call them bookends, where you have the springtime and the fall, where you get really amazing weather. And our winters are relatively mild, especially if you're coming from across the country, where we have much colder winters than we have. But again, if you're coming from California, where it's relatively stable and beautiful and nice, this might be a shock to the system. So something you're going to take into consideration. If you like what I'm saying, folks, I hope you do. I want to give you the best information possible and have a little fun doing it. So please subscribe to the channel. If you got anything to tell me, please do so in the comments below. I always respond as much as possible. And the only thing I really want to add to this video is that, of course, I'm Rob Hau, and I'm with Elite Realty, and I'm all about houses and you. And now you know how, when you're ready to buy a house, sell a house, or just talk to somebody about real estate in Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm here for you. And lastly, have a great day. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel and continuing to watch. I appreciate it very much. Have a great day.